Hello, welcome to Indie Plus Game Night. We are going to play Lady Blackbird, a game by John Harper. And uh, this event upholds the Indie Plus community standards. You can find out more about that by Googling Indie Plus community standards. And this game will feature some violence because it's all about kind of steampunk adventure, fantasy adventure type stuff. So people will be getting beaten up and eaten by sky squids and stuff like that. And we're likely to swear um, because we have a foul-mouthed sailors and pirates aboard, and ex-military uh, bodyguards, etc. So if that's not your cup of tea, you have been warned, and this is probably not the show for you. If it is your cup of tea, you're in luck. So I am Aaron Field. I run a lot of games. Occasionally, I get to play a game, and uh, I help do this Games in the Bar thing for Indie Plus and other local events around town. So, who are you? Go Danielle.
Okay, my name is Danielle Lewan. I have a game company called Cremaling Games, and I publish Kagematsu as well as a micro game called Bitch, which will soon be in Polish, which I'm very excited about. And I don't get to play as much anymore, and I'm excited about Lady Blackbird. Um, and I am playing Naomi Bishop, a former pit fighter and bodyguard to the Lady Blackbird.
Okay. Yi.
My name is E, and I'm a cartoonist in Maryland. I was recently introduced to Pathfinder, but it was a uh, long-term campaign, and for one reason or another, I couldn't continue. But I wanted to try more in this hobby, so I'm looking for one-shots, uh, hangout games, so it's
Awesome.
easier to schedule with other people.
Yeah.
I'm playing the character Cyrus Vance of the steamship The Owl, who is an ex-Imperial soldier turned smuggler and soldier of fortune.
Cool. Great, Velas.
Hey, I'm Bellis. I just play a lot of these games, and I occasionally run them. I don't actually play very many hangout games, though, so this is relatively new to me. And I am playing Kale Arkham, uh, who is a burglar and petty sorcerer, and the first mate and mechanic of the Owl.
All right. Cool. So, so this game is kind of a really quick start module, right? We've got just we've all got these pre-gen characters, and we have a starting situation, but from there it's totally up to us where the game goes. Um, so you guys as players have quite a lot of leeway, a lot of input into what happens, and I don't really have any particular thing in mind. Um, so uh, the mechanics are pretty simple, and we'll just go over those as they come up. But now I'm just going to give you the starting situation, and you guys can take it from there. So Lady Blackbird is on the run from an arranged marriage to Count Carlo. She hired a smuggler skyship, the Owl, to take her from her palace on the imperial world of Elysium to the far reaches of the Remnants, so she could be with her once secret lover, the pirate king Uriah Flint. However, just before reaching the halfway point of Haven, the Owl was pursued and captured by the imperial cruiser Hand of Sorrow, under charges of flying a false flag. Even now, Lady Blackbird, her bodyguard, and the crew of the Owl are detained in the brig, while the commander of the cruiser, Captain Hollis, runs the smuggler's ship's registry over the wireless. It's only a matter of time before they discover the outstanding warrants and learn that the Owl is owned by none other than the infamous outcast Cyrus Vance. So, how will Lady Blackbird and the others escape the Hand of Sorrow? What dangers lie in their path? Will they be able to find the secret lair of the Pirate King? And if they do, will Uriah Flint accept Lady Blackbird as his bride? By the time they get there, will she want him to? So, as you guys said, we have Lady Blackbird's bodyguard, as well as Captain Vance and his first mate, Cale Arkham. And so you guys know a little of the setting. It's kind of a steampunk fantasy world where you've got all these different planets, kind of bobbing up and down in this like atmosphere, and circling around the star. And so your ship is kind of an airship that can fly through this atmosphere. And if you go too deep, then you kind of sink down into this murky, kind of a poisonous, corrosive gas down below. But your ship, the Owl, is actually capable of evading capture by going down into this dangerous area. It has a protective coating that'll last a few hours down there. So your goal is to escape this Imperial ship and head from. You guys were on the way from Elysium and got about halfway to Haven over here, and eventually you want to get there and then get to the Remnants where the Pirate King keeps his lair. But right now you're aboard this Hand of Sorrow, which is this gigantic carrier ship. Think like Imperial cruiser from Star Wars kind of size. And you are in a small brig. You're the ladies are in their own cell, and the crew is over in a separate cell, and you can kind of you're facing each other, so you can see across the way there. And you know that you're under guard, sort of just outside of this little prison. There's at least a couple of guards in the hallways, a couple of Imperial soldiers. But the door's closed right now. They've kind of got you under lockdown, even within your cells. Even though your cells are locked, they've also got this the door to the brig locked. So you're not going anywhere. What do you do?
So, what kind of doors are holding us in? Is it like a bard's jail cell, or is it like big heavy metal doors or something? Like bulkheads?
Yeah, it's like a bard jail cell. Now everything on the ship, on the Hand of Sorrow, is kept nice and clean. Everything's sort of painted white, including the bars. But you can tell that they're pretty solid, probably steel bars.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is the easiest way, try to pick the lock.
Cool. So, just so you know, all the characters have some traits.
Mm-hmm.
And how the mechanics work is basically, I'm going to say, okay, there's an obstacle to picking the lock. We'll say it's just obstacle 3, all right? And you, for rolling dice, you get 1 die for doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So you start with 1 die. You add a die if you have a trait that can help you.
Okay.
So you just pick one that you think is helpful. And then if that trait has any tags that can help you, you add another die for each tag. So basically Naomi has like pit fighter or maybe, I don't know, bodyguard or something.
Yeah, I would say bodyguard.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
And so you start with 1 die. You get 1 for having bodyguard.
Mhm.
Does any of the tags under bodyguard help you out?
Disarm? I don't know if that means physical disarm or like
I think that means like getting somebody's sword
physical
away
disarm.
from you.
Yeah. Let's see. Now in parentheses it says security and first aid. Is that something
Yeah.
different, or does I have to
So
earn those?
the ones in parentheses, yeah, you don't have them yet, but
Okay.
you'll be able to earn advancements. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think any of those really apply.
Okay.
Unless I use that's kind of crappy use of that term. Okay, so let's go with bodyguard and
Okay,
bodyguard.
so you're only rolling 2 dice.
Okay, what kind of dice?
So it's always d6s.
Okay.
And 4, 5, and 6 is counted as a success, right? Now you actually need 3 successes, so you can't actually do it yet. But for any roll, you can add dice from your pool, and you start with 7 dice, and you can add as many of these as you want to any particular roll. The only downside is that once you use them, then those dice are gone. Once you succeed with them, they're gone.
Okay.
But you can always get your pool dice back later on.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about using them too much. So how many do you want to spend from
2.
your pool?
2.
Okay, cool. So you're rolling 4 dice total. Go for it.
Okay, let's see what we got. I have a 4, 4, and a 6. 5, 4, 4, and 6. Can you see that?
4, 6, cool. Yeah, it's showing up slowly.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Sorry, it's taking a while.
Yeah. Cool. So those are all over or 4 or over. So you actually got 4 successes. And there's only
one is
3
a 5.
so boom. Cool. Well, that's fine.
There
It
is a
just has to
5.
be 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all good. Cool. So if you pass, you discard all the dice you rolled, including any pool dice used.
Okay.
But you can get them back later. And just for reference, if you didn't pass that one, you would get your pool dice back and actually add 1 to your pool for failing.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Cool.
So I see Danielle do this, or I see Naomi do this. So I lean it next to the bars and do like a stage whisper to you, hoping that the guards down the hall don't hear me. I say, "Hey, you want to help us out too?" I mean, I know we're supposed to be transporting you, but things happen.
Yeah. So you guys gotta.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna look at you and say, "Who else is going to fly the damn ship?"
Okay. Yeah. So Naomi, you pick a lock. You can just swing the door open, no problem.
Yeah, I have something in my boot that they didn't find. Take it out, pick a lock, and get the door open.
Cool.
Captain Benz pokes Kale, says, "I like her."
I give you a dirty look.
All right.
Well, if you like her, I guess I should like her too.
She's not all muscle there.
Let's see, clear.
Okay. So So for picking the other lock, let me see real quick. Doop-a-doop. Oh, you are Naomi. So I'm gonna make you roll one more time for this other lock. It's a little easier this time.
Yep.
I can help.
So
I
difficulty
can
2.
help if you need one.
Okay, cool. So helping, you can give them a die from your pool. Say where you do help. If the roll fails, you get your pool die back. If it succeeds, your die is lost. So there you go.
If you
So
need,
how,
if you need it. If you don't, that's fine.
Oh yeah, I think we should use it.
Okay.
I still have the 2, and then we'll add yours. Should ye roll it or should I roll it?
you can just
It's
roll
you.
for
I'm
roll
just
all of
taking
them.
one off my dice pool.
Yeah. So how is Captain Vance helping pick this lock?
Is sneak applicable here to make it less noisy, or
Yeah. Well, actually, you don't have to
Yes.
you don't have to use any traits or anything. You can, but it's just how up to you how you want to describe
oh,
how you're helping out.
somehow make some suggestion on how to pick it faster? Sure.
All right.
Because or just to make it quieter. That kind of job is more
You're just
of chaos expertise, but since the captain has tactics and command, he's gonna
nice.
gonna
Okay.
try to butt in.
I like that.
and
So he's
say,
just
I know what
giving
I'm
you some
doing.
pointers.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Kale's
There's
just
the roll.
holding back and saying, I don't want to get my
Ooh.
fingers dirty.
So you needed 2 successes. You got no successes.
Yeah.
So what this means is,
So ye add 1 dice back to your pool. You didn't lose it.
that's true. That's true. Good call. And actually, Naomi, you earn a die into your pool as well.
Okay.
So, doop-a-doop. Okay. So as you're picking this lock and working on it, and you know, despite Vance's advice, you accidentally, you know, you trip some piece of tech in there, some alarm, and
Mhm.
just the lights around the room, around the walls in the room, go red, and you don't hear anything, but the door at the end of the hallway slides open, and 2 of these guards come running in.
Mhm.
They've got their weapons drawn. They're kind of actually they're in order to avoid damaging all the equipment aboard the ship. They don't have guns. They just have basically batons, and they come running down the hall. They say, "She's out! She's out!" And they just come running at you with these batons
Okay.
over their head.
No problem. I am going to have to, um, go at them both. I have no other options here.
Okay. Now,
so
I want to
yeah.
I want to point out just a couple more things, and this
Mhm.
is it for the rules, pretty much. In addition to your traits, on the other side of your sheet, you've got various keys and secrets. So keys are kind of they are basically guides on how you should play this character, like what this character is kind of known for and what they do.
Mhm.
So, for example, Naomi has Key of the Guardian. So you are Lady Blackbird's loyal defender. Hit your key when you make a decision influenced by Lady Blackbird or protect her from harm. So in this case, hitting your key means you get a piece of XP.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get or you can add a die to your pool, and your pool can go up to 10 dice at once.
Okay.
If you get if you go into danger because of your key, you get 2 XP or 2 pool dice. And then you can spend 5 XP to get a new trait or a new tag on a trait, or a new key, or you can learn a secret. And secrets are basically like a special ability that let you break the rules or just do something really cool. So, for example, Naomi has the secret of destruction. You can break things with your bare hands as if you were slinging a sledgehammer. Scary.
Mm-hmm.
So, without even rolling, you can just smash these bars or whatever if you wanted to.
Right.
Or you have this other secret, once per session you can reroll a failure when protecting someone. Stuff like that. So each of the characters has their own keys and secrets. Only other thing, if you ever violate your key and do like the opposite thing, you can instead buy it off. When you, let's see, if you do the buy off, you get rid of that key and you earn 2 advances as well. And advances, you can unlock more traits or tags or add a new key or whatever. So for example, the key of the Guardian, if you sever your relationship with the lady, then you're no longer her guardian, and so that key goes away.
Right.
Makes sense?
Got it.
So so basically the point of all that is that you have the option of like using your secret or whatever to bust them out, or you can just roll it up. Confronting these guys, these guys are pretty tough Marines. They're like guards. It's their job to fight you. So it's going to be difficulty 4 if you just want to go hand to hand.
And I can help too.
Well, you could help, except you're behind bars right now. So you have to
Well,
get out.
I can help. I've got magic.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
difficulty 4
Can 2 people help at the same time or only one?
Yeah, multiple people can help. You just have to describe how you're helping, what you're doing.
Yeah, I pull off one of my boots and like grab some of the sands that was deposited there, and I chant into it and I throw it through the bars, and it turns into a field of darkness, making it very difficult for any of them to see.
Wow.
And that's my helping.
Okay.
Die from my pool.
Okay, cool.
And I will intimidate them, like saying, "Be careful of this lady. She's not something you want to mess with." In a moment, convincing them,
I don't know if they would believe that, but I'll allow it. Especially because you have to prove it.
on my part.
Yep. Okay. So I start with 1 die. I have Pit Fighter. And I have, how does that go? 1 die.
Yep, so one
Pit
die
Fighter.
for free. Pit Fighter
Yep.
counts for another 1. That's 2.
And then, is it any of the ones underneath here?
Yep, as
Or
many as you want.
can I use more than 1? Okay.
Yeah, more than 1.
Combat tested and brutal.
Ouch.
I mean, I have living weapon, hard, and fast. I mean, come on. I can use all of those damn things.
Fast and hard, okay? So you're up to 7, and then you also have 1 from each of your companions, so a total of 9 so far.
I was going to use creepy stare, but then the darkness means they're not going to see us.
That doesn't work. Yeah. Okay, let's do this here. This is going to be a brutal beatdown. Okay, we got 9. Holy crap!
I can't quite see all those dice. How many successes did you get there?
3. I have 2 6s and a 4. The rest are under 4. Man, that sucks.
Cool. Nice try.
Sorry, I'm gonna wait to use my one of my secrets. I'm gonna wait.
Okay. Let me just say what happens here, and then.
Yep.
So you managed to take one of the Marines out almost immediately. You know, uh, he just goes down, but the other one
Mhm.
comes at you with the baton, and even swinging into this field of darkness, there's not a whole lot of room to maneuver, and he scores a hit. So what this means is I'm going to give you the condition of injured,
Okay.
and conditions are uh, they don't really mean anything mechanically, but they're just a way of reminding everybody that this is true about you, right? So now it's
Mhm.
kind of like an aspect. You just have this, you are injured, and
Mhm.
um, I might say, oh, well, you can't really use fast anymore because you're injured, right? You're not
Right.
moving that fast, stuff like that. Or it could be that, uh, you know, if you're uh, if you're injured, then enemies are more likely to target you or something because they can see that
Okay.
you're almost down, stuff like
Injured.
that.
Okay.
Um,
Can I still use a secret or a key?
absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So
Oh,
he
yeah. You
gets
want to re-roll? You thinking or?
no, no, no,
Oh,
no.
okay, go for it.
Because I can only use it one per session, so I'm gonna
Mm,
keep that one. So he knocked me with his billy club, and he pushed me back to the point where I'm at the other um, door,
mm,
and I just I pound right on the lock, just boom. There's no reason to be subtle anymore, right? I just
right.
right on the lock, and I break the lock. So Vance and Kale can escape.
All right.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Goran McHale, it was your job. You're the burglar.
I didn't want to hurt my fingers dealing with those locks.
Ah,
I mean, who knows what state
Come on, guys. It's
the
your
owl was
turn.
in.
Okay. Oh, um, by the way, I think and let me know if you think you hit your key here. And I think for Naomi, you have you have Key of the Warrior, which
Hmm.
means you crave the crash and roar of battle. The tougher the better. Hit your key when you do battle with worthy or superior foes. And apparently these guys are worthy, even more than you were expecting. So I'll give you an XP for that. And then also you have the Key of Vengeance. Um, the Empire enslaved you and made you kill for sport. You have your revenge on them and watch their cities burn. Hit your key when you strike a blow against the Empire, especially by killing an Imperial. Um,
wait, at this point,
so
is it still all dark in the brig?
Yeah, I'll say the darkness is fading, but it's still pretty dark right now. Um, so if you Naomi, if you're hitting hard enough to kill these guys and just take them out immediately,
Hmm.
uh, I'll give you an XP for that as well.
Okay.
And then yeah. All right. So what are you guys doing? There's still one guy up, but there's with the shriek of metal you can open the door.
If Naomi wants to attack, I will help with tactics
Oh,
and soldier.
I'm going
If
to rush
not,
out of the cell entirely and just like kick the one Imperial that's not down in the jump.
what are you
Oh,
doing?
the one who's knocked down?
The one who's not knocked down. The one
Oh,
that's
okay.
still up.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Um,
Which I think that's the trait tricky, and that's quick and dirty fighting.
okay. Um,
And
makes
I can help.
sense.
And I can help with tactics, command.
Okay. Well, just for helping, you just have to say what you're doing, right? Like it doesn't
But
even
I still
matter.
have
But
to explain which trait I'm using, right?
no.
No.
I mean, you can use
Should
that
I
as
do that?
inspiration for like, oh, I would know how to do this thing, but it doesn't actually matter. It's just say what you're doing. Like, if you can describe it, then um, they can use one of your dice. So how
Go
are
for
you?
his family jewel.
Nice.
Don't hold back. He hit a girl.
Hi, Captain.
Okay.
I hate being called a girl.
All right. So this is again difficulty 4 because even though there's one less Marine, they're still pretty tough.
But I mean,
Alright.
this
So
time,
I'm getting a helping die from tactics.
yeah, like how
Yeah,
many
so
would
you
you let us have? Just one?
It
Always
it
one?
doesn't. Yeah, like Aaron said, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what your trait is. You just have to say like how I'm gonna help. For my pool die
Only
is I'm
allowed
gonna
to
say
help one?
Yep.
Only one? Okay.
only
Yeah.
one. Like I'm
That's
like
fair.
I'm gonna say that I try to trip the guy with my foot because I'm still on the floor. That's not a trait or anything. That's just
Right.
my contribution to
Okay.
what's going on.
Okay, yeah.
So even if it's not something that fits
Right.
any of the traits?
I-
Okay.
I could
Yeah,
just yell at the
exactly.
guy. I could call him a imperial it, snot eater or something. It doesn't matter what it is, but it's just how am I helping?
Yep, exactly.
Cool. So I've
Okay, so
got
you
a
start. You get one die for free. You get one for being tricky, right? Because that's your trait.
yeah,
And then
and I get one for
each.
quick and one for dirty fighting.
Okay, so that's a total of 4 so far. And then you get one from Vance, so that's 5. And then Naomi, are you helping out?
Yes.
Okay, so you're trying to trip him, so that's 6.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you can spend dice from your pool if you want, as many as you want.
No, what was the difficulty?
A 4 right now. Difficulty 4, you've got 6 dice.
I'll spend 2 dice for my pool.
Okay,
So I'm
total
up
of
to
8.
8.
Go for it.
Oh, I did it. No, I didn't. I can't count.
Oh, you only have 2 successes.
3 successes. 5, 5, and 4.
Oh, 3, yep.
Shh.
Not quite enough. Oh man, these guys are crazy tough. All right, well, he's
And anytime a round like that goes, I don't get a chance because I helped someone else. Is that right?
no, you totally get a chance. There's not really a set turn order or set initiative or anything like that. It's more just
just
whatever
have to-
makes sense. So you can
just have
jump in at any time and say, oh, I'm going to do this thing, right? But it's definitely not going well for Kale and Naomi. So I'm going to say, I'm going to give you the same condition, Kale, as you come up and kick him in the junk. Apparently, this guard, he's a little more experienced, and he's wearing a cup.
Ah, he's
So
had to deal with me before.
yes, or others like you. So you hear the crack of this plastic, and then he just whaps you across the head.
I don't know. It has to be brass, don't you think?
Hmm?
There's irony in having brass balls.
Oh yes, yes. Oh, of course. Oh, I forgot it's steampunk.
Yeah.
Nice. So you hear the clang, and then bap. So now you also have the injury
So
condition.
much for your fingers.
And on top of that, your let's see, as you kind of go down and or appear to be injured and everything, he goes and he's gonna grab you, Cyrus, and he grabs you by the coat, and he's got his baton raised, and he says, "Give up now! Give up now! You want some too?" And he makes to smack you in the head. What do you do?
I give him a creepy stare.
Just gonna stare him down.
And start touching him inappropriately
Gosh.
to aid the creepiness, you know?
Okay.
And start acting like a, you know, as if trying to turn him on or something. I'm not sure what to say to that. Because I'm creepy myself.
Okay. What are you trying to accomplish by doing this? Just
To
to get him
catch him off guard.
to back
To make
off?
him to just pause, give my teammate a chance to act. So just
Okay.
so that he doesn't hit right away. Because I don't have my weapons on me.
Okay.
I can't use any sword fighting or gun fighting and
Makes
no
sense.
brawling. So
Hmm.
I'm not sure what to do.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll say he definitely is not expecting this, so it'll be easy. So basically difficulty 2, and you will have to roll for it though, because he's liable to just smack you in the head anyway. So what are you using? You're using you get 1 for free. Get are you using your survivor trait?
I don't see it. Where is it?
So on the top of your sheet, on the left side under traits, it should say
Okay. Alright, the trait.
ex-imperial soldier, smuggler, survivor, and warrior. So which of those do you think is best?
Can I use key of commander?
Uh-huh. Your trait when you come up with a plan and give orders to make it happen. Yeah, absolutely. What's your plan? What orders are you giving?
I'm going to call to KO to get the other guy's baton that's on the floor.
Yeah, I definitely do that, and I think that actually hits my key opportunity as well.
And
Okay, cool. Yeah.
command Naomi to like disarm the guy so that his hand that's holding the baton can strike.
Okay. In order to buy enough time, though, I'm gonna make you roll for it. So you
Sure.
gotta give him enough pause.
Is it that I can only use creepy stare? I mean, I would endure work.
You can use
Endure and tough.
as many tags as you want under a single trait. So you pick a trait, like for example, if you pick survivor, then you can use tough, run, scrounge, endure, and creepy stare and intimidate, right?
But you have to approve them, though. I can't just use.
They just have to make sense, yeah.
Okay. So I'm tough. I'm gonna stay in this creepy mode.
Yeah.
And I endure being
So tough.
strangled.
Okay.
And creepy stare.
Sweet.
That's it. So it's 5.
Yep. So 5 dice. You just need 2 successes.
So the other people's action happen at the same time.
Yeah. If you succeed, then they can do their thing. All right, you got it. You got
What?
2 of them. You got a 5 and a 6.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the last one.
Yeah, but ones don't matter. All right, good to go. So he does hesitate enough, and we'll say, Kale, you're able to grab the other one's baton, so you've got a weapon, and Naomi, you get enough time to catch your breath and stand again and get up. So what do? You gonna disarm the guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a half Nelson kind of thing, and swing it out of his hand while he's like, doesn't know if he's turned
Break
down
his
or
arm.
not by
Break
the
his
other
arm.
guy. Oh, that's good.
Break his arm.
X. Okay.
So you
Let's
can
go
hit your
with
key, I think.
disarming him. I think since he's caught off guard as he is, it'll be easy for you to because you kind of got the drop on him at this point.
Yeah.
So difficulty
beforehand,
2.
when we hit our keys, do we record our own XP, or
Yeah.
do you have
Go
that?
ahead. Yeah, you definitely got 1 XP for that thing.
Woohoo.
Actually, I'll give you 2 XP because you went into danger for that key, right? You wanted to give those orders despite the imminent threat to your face and your good looks.
I'm not sure about good looks, but okay.
Just the right arrangement of scars.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And creepiness.
So Naomi, go ahead and give me 2 successes.
How many dice? I have to pick them out.
Yep. So you get 1 for free. Use your bodyguard thing for protecting people.
Yeah.
That seems to make
I
sense.
have disarm.
Okay.
I don't know what others work. I don't know if defend or awareness really.
Restrain works.
That's true. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
4.
Restraint. Cool. I would say I'd give you defend as well because
You would give me
you're not
defend
protecting
as well?
yourself, you're protecting somebody else, right?
Okay. You're right. Okay. Okay, rolling 5.
So 5 dice.
And I have 3 successes.
Okay. Right on.
Once it
So you're
comes
able to disarm this guy. What do you do with him?
I knock him in the head. In the back of the head, like right here, so he,
Okay. Are you killing him? Imperial swine?
Imperial swine. Yeah, I'm going to try to kill him with 1 blow.
Awesome.
That's a key of vengeance. That's an XP.
Yep. You got it. Okay, so it's done. The guards go down. Kale, you come up ready to swing against this guy, and he just crumbles under Naomi. So Lady Blackbird, comes out of the cell and says, "Well, great. Now what are we gonna do?"
Let's search their pockets.
All right, cool. So you quickly go through. They're wearing their their guard uniforms. They've got little. They've each got a whistle on them, which they failed to blow to summon more guards, and they have their batons. They have. They're wearing like a kind of a protective vest and a regular uniform, kind of a Hand of Sorrow Marines uniform. So you've got all that. The one of them has a pocket watch and a few odds and ends, little.
Is it a nice pocket watch?
Yeah, it's decent. It's not gold or anything, but it'll keep the time.
I'll steal something cool.
Of course.
The captain drags the bodies back in the cell, get the keys from their belts so that they can't unlock themselves back in the one cell that hasn't had the bars broken by Naomi.
Absolutely.
I think we're missing an opportunity here. We can do the old switchamaroo and have 2 of us dress up as the 2 of them. And
That's a great idea. I immediately begin stripping the one that had the pocket watch.
But it's you broke his skull, so it's blood all over. Right? You smashed his skull. So only 1 set of clean.
It's a little bloody around the back, but
it's not all over.
Nobody will notice. It's kind of a dark blue anyway, so.
Nobody will notice.
If I have long hair and I'm going to take that uniform, I'll just kind of cover it up with my hair. Okay? We're good.
Oh, nice.
Oh, but they were 2 male guards, right? So if
what, you don't think I'm big and brutish enough to fit into a male uniform? Come on.
You might be too brutish. That's what I'm saying.
Um, yeah, you can definitely now. Uh, Keep in mind, we have in addition to you three, you also have what's her name?
Lady.
Lady Blackbird is with us. Yeah.
Natasha, who is Lady Blackbird, um, and also you have Snargle. Although Snargle is kind of your goblin sky sailor, and he's your pilot. Um, and he uh, he's capable of like you know changing shape and kind of disguising himself. Um,
Mm.
and you're not actually sure where they put him. Um, say he kind of slipped off as you were being escorted into the cells, and he's been missing. So the guards have kind of been looking around for him. Um, so basically, you've got two uniforms. So is that going to be? It's going to be Naomi and Kale wearing the uniform. And what are you going to do with Lady Blackbird and
I've got it.
Oh yeah.
We should uh, do up Lady Blackbird's makeup, and I pull out like a compact from one of the hidden pockets on my old clothing, because I've got the secret of concealment, so that she looks all bruised up and stuff, and say that she needs to go to the sick bay.
Okay, cool. Looks good. Looks good.
And the only weapons we have now are just the batons, or do
Right.
those guards have anything else that can be counted as weapon?
Let's see. They do have
And we have to retrieve our weapons at some
they
point.
do have some restraints, some like handcuffs kind of deal on them. So I don't know. Other than that, you don't really have nothing that's designed to be a weapon. Okay.
Where can we get weapons? That's our weapons. I'm assuming confiscated for now because of
Yeah.
the
Well, heading out, once you get everybody, looking nice and beat up, and you guys get into your uniforms, you head to the hallway, and you can see that there's still kind of on the hallway, the light right next to the door of the brig is like, it's kind of flashing red, like there's still some, emergency going on. But all the other lights along the hallway are just steady white, and you can see that a couple of different hallways branch off here and there, and it's kind of a gigantic ship. So there's got to be an armory around here somewhere that you could try to locate. In addition, your ship is somewhere on the what's it called, like in the docks of this carrier.
Well, the captain, being a former Imperial soldier, should know where that is.
Yeah, Vance.
Yeah.
Lead the way.
But
Right.
Vance is not in the uniform.
That's okay. He can just kind of, talk out of the side of his mouth.
Yeah.
We each probably have an arm of one of the other people, and like we're forcing them, but they're really steering us.
Yeah.
I'm
Nice.
Now have the cuffs on, but not clicked, like
Yeah.
not locked.
that sounds
So
good.
Like pretend to be on the hands. So
Okay.
Lady Blackbird and the captain is doing that, right?
Yep.
Sounds good.
So where are you gonna lead them first? What's your priority?
To the armory.
Armory. Okay. Cool. So you probably haven't been on the Hand of Sorrow itself, but a lot of these big ships are kind of laid out similarly to avoid confusion. So you can easily find the armory. The
Smell the
problem is,
gunpowder.
Oh, you know
Always
what?
welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, can we step back for a minute? The red light.
Yeah.
I want to do something here. I want to basically use my fist and like knock on it. Like tap it so the light goes
Mhm.
off.
Oh, okay. Cool. So
Yeah.
you're not breaking it. You're just getting it to loosen up, turn
Yeah.
off. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you can easily do that. No problem.
Okay.
And you just close the doors.
hmm
All right. Um,
And then I spit. I don't know why. It just seemed the right
yeah.
thing to do. Okay.
So
So now we
eventually
continue.
somebody will come by and notice that nobody's guarding this brig like they should be, but you've definitely bought some time for it.
hmm
Okay, so you're able to navigate to the armory. Um, the problem is, uh, in order to get anything out of the armory, you have to talk to the quartermaster, basically, and so you're able to find it. And how are you going to approach? Who's going to go in to this large room, and who's going to go up and talk to the guy?
Hold on a sec.
Or I don't know, however you want to approach it.
Um,
Yeah,
Naomi,
it's gonna. It, damn it! I was gonna say it should be Kale. He has something like. Oh, he has keen. No, that doesn't work. I
no,
thought
no,
he'd
no.
have
Cyrus
some kind of.
reception, but
Um.
Naomi,
Yeah.
you should talk to him, and I'll sneak around behind him and knock him out.
um. No, I think you should talk to him, and I should knock him out. Don't you have
But,
the
but
silvery
you,
tongue?
but your footsteps are like those of an elephant. There's
I'm gonna
no
get
way
you
you can
for that.
sneak up on him.
Cyrus snicker.
Okay, so I go up to this quartermaster, and I'm mumbling the whole way, and she begrudgingly loosens a couple of buttons on the shirt, and looks back at you, and just
Oh.
like, I'm gonna get you for this. If we get out of here, kind of a thing,
Oh
and
my.
um,
Okay.
Just get him turned around.
Let's see.
so I still have whoever I'm holding. I don't know if I'm holding Vance or Lady Blackbird, but whoever I'm holding, um, whoever I'm kind of in charge of over here.
Sure. You're gonna take them in?
I'm gonna have to take him with me. I mean, it would be silly for me to leave him with the other guy who's gonna sneak behind. So I'm just gonna have to take him with
Oh.
me.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and
Take Vance.
sorry.
Take the captain.
Yeah. Okay, Captain. So I'm going to put on this smile that no one has ever seen me smile.
And even Vance is creepy.
Yeah. You're not creeped out. You're like,
I can do better than that.
More convincing.
I elbow you in the ribs for that. Um, and so I go up to the quartermaster and um,
This is very hard to roleplay.
yeah, it is very hard to role play. I'm trying to channel some I'm trying to channel other games.
Okay.
Lines from movies.
Tell you what, this guy
Um,
he's kind of got a little desk set up here
mhm,
at the entrance to the armory, and he's got some paperwork going on.
mhm.
And as as you come in the doorway, he kind of sits up and pays attention. He says, uh, oh, uh, ma'am, are you all right? You seem to be injured. What is the are your is your prisoner here giving you some trouble?
Oh,
Captain
that's
speaks
such a
out.
that's such a open door for me. Oh my gosh, thank you, Aaron. Um, and I'll kind of um, um, l- um, what's the right word? I'll stagger a little bit more, I'll put a little bit more emphasis into the injury, and I'll kind of get this like, oh yeah, you're so right. I need a little help with this prisoner. He's very much insubordinate.
Mm.
Could you help me out? We only have these things, and I kind of roll my eyes and hold up this baton.
Oh,
He
yes.
says, could you help me out a bit?
Yeah,
you
let
know,
me,
a little bit. And then she kind of does this thing where she leans over.
Oh, of course, of course. Oh, yes. And he'll stand up and walk over toward you, and it says, "Oh, here, let me give you some tips on how to use these batons properly."
Oh, that'd be
And
wonderful.
he does the smooth guy, like
Hmm.
comes up behind
Comes
you,
up behind me.
grabs the baton over your hand, and
Hmm.
it's like, now the
This
key
is how
here
you beat a
is,
prisoner.
yes, it's all in the wrist, and he actually winds up, and of course his attention is fully focused on Naomi and on his lesson here.
Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna back into him a little bit too.
Oh my God, terrible. Um, so meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
Kale,
uh,
where are you? Where do we see you in the background?
yeah, I'm just creeping up. Well, before that, like out in the hallway,
Mhm.
I say to Lady Blackbird, you should just play dead. He'll think that like you tried to escape and were killed by accident.
Uh, all right. I guess. Are you sure that's wise?
I'll only
Yes.
leave you alone for a second. I just need to sneak up on that fool.
All right. Uh, I'll have a protective spell prepared just in case.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so I'm
She,
just
she kind
creeping
of
up on him while
does her
yeah.
best. Okay, totally.
Vance is
So
disgusted and just say some trash, uh, um, unflattering words about the state of the Imperial Navy at this point,
all right.
saying like both of these Imperial soldiers are acting inappropriate at the line of duty.
All right. For speaking up, the he this quartermaster demonstrates his technique and whacks you across the shoulder.
Wax the
Okay.
captain.
Yes,
Yes.
for your
and
insolence.
and I believe I'm helping Kale, in his sneaking up to, for an extra
But
die by being impressed by his skills and going, ooh, that was wonderful.
Yeah,
if the
absolutely.
quartermaster was attacking the captain, then both of my teammates should be behind him. His back would be turned to them, right?
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
Hmm.
All right. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say tricking this guy uh,
Hmm.
is not too hard. It's gonna be difficulty 3, and you can both um, throw in a helping die. You've more than earned it already.
Yeah, so I've got one die to start with, two
Hmm.
helping dice,
Yep.
uh, and I think the burglar trait makes sense for all of the tags like wise and sneak and dexterous.
Okay. So so 7 so far.
Uh,
I will, and Vance will help by continuing to insult the guy, blocking his
yeah,
attention, blocking his attention.
Okay.
and I'll throw in another one for my pool, so
Okay.
8 total.
Total of 8. Cool.
I did it. Cool.
Okay. Cool. 3 successes. So, um,
4 successes.
okay, even better. You so you sneak past him. He's completely distracted. You basically um, for at least a couple minutes, you have full run of the whole armory, uh, Or you can, sneak up behind the guy if you want and knock him out.
Oh, I'm sneaking up behind him and knocking him out.
Okay,
Wear
cool,
uniforms.
cool. And you've got your baton, so you can just whack him. How are you hitting him hard enough to kill him, or are you just trying to knock him out?
I'm whispering the shatter spell under my breath right before I knock him out, so I can like shatter his skull.
Ooh, yikes! All right. So he goes down, no problem. Much to Naomi's relief, no doubt.
Okay, so I I grab him. He's kind of like hunched over on me, and I put him back in his chair, and I kind of, I'm assuming that the spell shattered his skull on the inside,
Yeah.
and it didn't explode. So I'm gonna have him lean back and his head down like he's sleeping on the job.
Nice, nice. All right, you can totally set that up.
Hmm.
By the way, let's see. Arkham, I just want to take a look at your keys real quick. Your key, when you steal something cool, score a big payoff. When you take action to complete the mission, when characters influenced by events, or when you show how deep your bond is. Okay, cool. So just let me know if you think you hit one of your keys, and we can highlight that for sure.
Yeah.
So I think this, for example, this is definitely hitting the key of greed because you just scored like all the weapons you could ask for, and it's not just batons in here. They've got some, just in case of some kind of serious battle or some serious, landing action. They've got all kinds of rifles and pistols and even, blunderbusses and.
You can't carry that much. Don't be too greedy.
My eyes light up like Kid at Christmas or something.
Yeah. So
There's a weight limit on the owl.
Oh, there's swords as well, naturally, for ship-to-ship actions, and basically any kinds of things that you could imagine. So what is your weapon of choice or your weapons of choice?
I grab like a saber, some kind of saber.
Nice.
I'm not going to bother with guns on a ship, but what I am going to do is, after everybody else has grabbed their weapons of choice, and I probably called for Lady Blackbird to come into the armory and not hang out in the hallway anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She actually, she's quite a sorcerer herself.
Hmm.
So she probably heard your spell and realized what happened as well.
Yeah. So after everybody's picked their weapons of choice, I'm going to sabotage the gunpowder magazines.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
Vance is going to throw a small pistol to a Blackbird.
All right, nice. Yeah, she'll definitely take it. Ready to go. She's kind of in disguise right now. She's been kind of on the run and hoping not to get recognized. And so she'll take the pistol and kind of stash it under her cloak there. Okay, sabotaging the things. I don't know if I should make you roll for that or if it. I mean, you've kind of got plenty of time. I'll say doop-a-doop. Sounds cool. Um, you can. I'll say this: to do all of the ammunition in here, it would take quite a long time. But you can do some of it,
Yeah.
and still, in just a few minutes.
Is it really every kind of ammunition, including the turret gun, turret cannons?
No, those are usually stored like closer to the cannons.
Okay.
This is just like personal armaments in here for the guards and stuff. So
Yeah, I'll just do some of it.
Okay, cool. So
Uh,
Vance, what
right.
what weapons are you taking?
I tried just the ones that we were carrying, or the captain was carrying. One pistol and one
Oh,
saber,
okay,
like
cool.
Imperial level grade saber.
Okay. And Naomi?
I think I'm getting a short sword and probably a pistol as well, and a couple other things. I'm hiding like in my boots and other places that um, it doesn't look like I have anything in my purse, and
Okay.
stashed in all the right places.
Yep. There's like
Little,
knives and stuff.
little daggers and throwing knives and
Cool.
things like that. Yeah.
Vance
Awesome.
will say, "Why do you need those? You got your two fists and that bring of yours."
Sometimes I like to throw things too.
Fine, just don't throw me.
Okay.
Is it okay to try to look through documents in the room?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Sure. You find mostly it's just like a manifest. It's like a just a stock of everything that's supposed to be in here, like a count of how much ammunition, how many guns, and all that kind of thing. Um,
Any information on number of active duty soldiers on board
oh yeah.
and
Well,
maybe
you can
schematics?
tell just by the amount of weaponry they have and what's missing, that there are uh, about about 100 like soldiers, like fighting people on board. There's probably at least twice that many crew who are just running the ship and dealing with the the smaller interceptors and stuff like that. Um,
I uh, I
like
want to
running the
find
big
a
steam
quicker way.
engines.
Well, I want to find a quicker way to the hangar bay where the
Okay.
alley is,
Yeah.
or or at least a more inconspicuous route to it,
Mm.
whichever one is you want us to play.
Okay. What's up to you? You can go the quick way, which
Because the
is
quick way might
the
be
most
like
direct way,
lined
which
with soldiers.
yeah. Uh, well, here's the trade-off. You can go quickly there, but you have to go past a bunch of Marines and stuff because it's like the most well-trafficked way, right? Or you can go the roundabout way and go through like the engineer's entrance, like the maintenance entrance, um, but that'll take a little longer. So, what do you want to do, Vance? Give the order.
Hale, what do you think of sabotaging their ship?
We still need to find our goblin anyway.
Maybe he's following us. He's not in prison, so he has freedom of movement. Maybe he's following us.
Well, if he was following us, he should probably show himself by now. This is just irritating.
You got a spell you can use to get him to show himself?
Nope.
He could
I like
already be on the
checked this.
owl.
I actually just checked the spells that I have written out on the inside of my arm, like I'm cheating on a test. No, doesn't look like it.
Is this something I asked Lady Blackbird? Is this something you
Oh
can do,
yeah.
madam?
Oh, true. Yeah, absolutely. She can try to locate him. And she, let's see. Yeah, she casts a spell and kind of, she kind of like closes her eyes and tries to focus, and she says that there's only a few goblins on the ship, and uh, she thinks that Stargle is the one that's actually in the hangar bay. So it seems like he's already found the ship, and it's just waiting for you guys.
Well, in that case, Vance will just do whatever you think is best. Never steered me wrong.
Right.
Grabbing another key for fraternity.
Okay. Cool.
Good.
So Vance,
Now we just need a main
quick,
action, right?
the quick and obvious way, or the slow but sneaky way. What'll it be?
Sabotage the ship, so that if they give chase, they couldn't
Oh,
do
okay.
it.
Come
So
after us.
Yep.
Good.
so how are you gonna sabotage it then?
We have to first go through the less crowded routes to
Engineering.
the
Okay.
engineering.
You're gonna go through like the big like the engines. Cool.
Well,
We
I
will
can
do the
definitely
same-
sabotage, so that's cool.
We will do the same kind of pretending prisoner exchange method of moving that way. And if anyone asks,
We're just going to the sick bay. We're always going to the sick bay.
Couldn't we
okay,
set something on fire so there'd be some people going in the opposite direction of where we're going?
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, there's a ton of gunpowder and ammo in this room.
but then
And
we
there's
all
like papers and stuff, and whatever, however you want to do it.
no, not the armory. We'll just blow up everyone, including us.
Well, a small fire, kind of over here.
Sure.
A waste
like
basket fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got like a little bucket you can.
Make it look like he was smoking a cigar while on duty.
Okay.
What are some
Cool.
important documents we can burn at the same time?
There you go.
Sure. So basically, he's got a bunch of paperwork on his desk. You can burn the most important stuff, which is like basically the manifest and the list of what's checked out to who, and as a bonus, it'll be less likely they'll notice that several swords and knives and guns are missing. Okay, cool. So you do that.
Yes. Do we need to roll?
No. For setting the fire, you
Okay.
can get it going, no problem. And you.
Oh, before we go, is there any medical kit in this room, or is it only weapon?
Head through the hallway. We have to go to sickbay.
Okay.
It's yeah.
Well, they
it's
probably
kind of
wouldn't
like-
have taken medical supplies off our ship.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, we can just get patched up aboard the owl.
Yeah. As far as they know, you're just completely innocent, legitimate people so far, right? Until they check the plates.
Mhm.
So they probably wouldn't mess with your ship too much, anyway. Okay, so you light the fire. You start heading down the hallways, escorting. Occasionally a marine passes by or a few crew members pass by, but they don't really give you another look or anything. And as the behind you, when the kind of the fire gets large enough, several more crew members run by with buckets of water or buckets of some firefighting chemical or whatever, and an announcement comes over the speakers that are throughout the various rooms and the various halls of the ship, saying announcing fire stations or whatever, and telling people where to go, which level the fire's on, and et cetera, et cetera. And you guys just keep walking, and you get to engineering, just outside of the kind of the entrance to the big engine room, or one of the entrances anyway. A couple of crew members who are covered in soot. They're hanging out just outside of the doorway. They're having a smoke, and they kind of confront you. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, one of us is breathing heavily into the mic. One of us is breathing very heavily into the mic.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not sure who it is.
All right, that's better. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So a couple of these crew members who are obviously engineers. You can tell by their uniform. Well, really, you can tell by they're covered in suits as well. And they seem to be, as you come up, they're just chatting and having smoke. And one of them looks over and says, "Oi, what? Are you lost or something?"
Maybe. I'm pretty dazed after one of these prisoners smacks me in the head.
Well, this is the engine room, buddy. You going the wrong way. You probably want to turn around. Maybe go to sick bay or something.
Can't we just cut through here?
What?
This room here is looking for a band-aid.
A band-aid. No. This is the end of the ship. This doesn't go anywhere. This is the engine. The engine.
It must be new.
Yeah. I'm just gonna headbutt one of them.
Okay. Awesome. Let's say these guys are not really ready for a fight. They don't even have weapons or anything. So you can probably take them both out with, I'll just say it's difficulty 2. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, and this is tricky and dirty fighting, definitely.
And the captain will
Okay.
slip off the cuff and try to cuff one of the engineers. How many engineers were there?
Just 2.
Just 2.
Yeah.
And well, I'll wait for my turn. But
Okay.
just
Cool.
to help.
So you're helping
With
by doing that? You're gonna
maneuver.
give
Yes.
one full die? Okay, so that's total of 4.
And Naomi, are you going to help with this, or are you going to take a separate action later?
I will help out. I'm trying to decide how to. I'll just help out by getting out of your way.
Okay. Fair enough. I don't know.
I don't have a beef with these guys. They're not soldiers, so.
Vance give you a nod.
And I'm going to spend one of my cool dice.
Okay, cool.
Push that up to 5. I think that should be enough to beat 2. It is, just barely.
Nice.
All right. So, cool. So you're able to dispatch them, and one of them gets handcuffed, and they start yelling and complaining. And what do you do about it?
I'm going to stuff socks into their mouths. I don't know.
Oh, nice. Okay, fair enough. All right, so you've cleared the way into the engine room, and you open the door, and you can see it just opens up into this huge room with several different It seems like several different engines going at once, and they're all being fired. There's big what do you call it? Like buckets or like huge containers of coal, which actually swing back and forth as the ship moves around, so it doesn't spill it everywhere. And right now the ship is just kind of parked, so they're not swinging that much. And then the coal is being shoveled into these huge furnaces, which are powering these several different gigantic pistons. And they're all moving quite slowly at the moment, because the ship's not really going anywhere. It's not using much power. But you can see at least a couple dozen people. Some are walking around the upper catwalks, sort of, uh, watching the engines, sort of like supervising the engines from above. And most of the people are sort of on the ground level. And you can see here this room takes up the whole height of the ship. So there's like several stories of entrances coming into this room at all different levels. And you're at the very bottom level where the brig is as well. So nobody really is paying you much attention as you come into one of these entrances. Everybody's sort of busy doing their work. There's maybe a couple people coming towards you to go out the door. So what do you do?
Well, I think the key here is to slow the engine or stop it. But I don't know what we can do with all these people. Even though they're not fighters, it's still a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. So, Vance, you kind of something of how these engines work. Although this is obviously one of the larger ones, but you could probably figure out some way to sabotage it that's not too obvious.
I also have the mechanic trait engines and sabotage as tags.
That's right. There you go.
But there are several of these parts of this engine, so I don't know if there is one bottleneck component that can be tinkered with.
Cool.
All it takes is one to shut it down.
Yeah. Yeah, you might have to go through and sabotage a few different areas to make it really thorough.
Yeah.
All right, how are you going to do that? Apparently, I mean, it seems like nobody really cares, because you're dressed in the guard uniform, so they figure, oh, you must be here for a reason. Even though you're escorting these prisoners, it's it's a little weird, but you could probably get close enough to the engines without too much trouble.
And this is like a steampunk ship, so there are like pipes and valves everywhere, right?
Yep, yep, exactly. In fact,
can we stuff one of the outtake valves? Like one of the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like a mass out valve.
Excuse me for the phrase, but like a banana in a tailpipe.
Yeah. In fact, towards the back of the room, several of these engines are connected to the back with like these massive steam pipes, and that at the very back of the ship is kind of the main propulsion
exhaust
doohickey thing, and sort of coming along. So that's like going along the floor and then rising up to the middle of the room, and then going out toward the back of the room is where the propulsion is, and sort of below that is all this exhaust as well. So it's just kind of to the layperson, it's just a big jumble of gigantic pipes going every which way, but you can tell that you know exactly what's what kind of deal. So yeah.
But Vance is first going to ask Lady. No, never mind. Sorry, that won't work because she has not revealed her identity yet.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Darn it.
All right.
Let's see. Naomi, you could use those mighty fists of yours to just like pummel through one of these exhaust pipes.
We need a distraction. I was hoping that Lady Blackbird could do some talking,
Because
but
you've got that incredible secret.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
you could. Yeah, you could ask her to.
Yeah, that's
go
what
distract
I'm
her.
asking. I'm asking Naomi, do you think you could like punch through one of those exhaust vents?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
What?
that's not a problem.
okay.
I can do that.
And
Tell me which one.
how about like the left one? And Vance and I think, can work on sabotaging the other one.
Okay.
Does that sound like a plan, Vance?
But
In circle.
that will draw attention right away.
Yeah, but that's attention away from us.
Well,
I say
we
to
have to
Vance aside.
we have to go through the room to get to this, right?
Yeah, it's in the back.
Yeah,
But people aren't paying attention to us right now, so.
that's true.
although if you punch a pipe
This-
open, they will probably look your way.
This is the time when if there's a Lady Blackbird player, they would
Mhm.
they might
Yeah, it would step
take
up
some
and
action.
you're right.
And do what?
Either uh, the wind magic or her identity as a noble woman. So she does not need to reveal the secret to the crew, but to the soldiers here.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
But
Well, I don't
since she's not here,
think that would help very much, but she will absolutely cast some magic. Although it's going to be, it's not very subtle when you do a big spell to, blow open a pipe. So.
and we shatter the light in the room. So when the
okay.
punch hits and the lights goes out, nobody knows if it's a human's punch or it was some mechanical failure.
Mm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Good plan. Good plan.
That's a good point.
But we have to time it just right. How are we gonna do it at two different parts of the room?
Okay.
Well,
Lady Blackbird
okay.
can take care of the lights part.
Yeah. So I have a suggestion. I think we should change up our scenario here a little bit. Instead of taking prisoners to sickbay, we are taking distinguished guests and showing them the splendor of the highest advanced engine room that the fleet has to offer. So if Lady Blackbird has a bit of disguise or concealment, she stands up a little straighter. She takes off a little bit of makeup, and instead we do this. We're showing them the greatest achievement so far of the Imperial engineers or something.
Nice.
And
Yeah, that sounds like-
and do like a tour. And heck, even get one of these engineers to start explaining stuff, and he'll be looking up and talking while we're not going around and knocking pipes in the wrong direction and setting valves and different things. I mean, it can be like that.
Cool. All right, yeah. So Lady Blackbird, she doesn't want to mess up your Imperial uniforms, but she goes over to Vance and like grabs his shirt sleeve, with his arm still in it, and kind of wipes the makeup off her face, and
No handkerchief?
does
What? What kind of a noble woman is she?
She's in disguise. She doesn't have her monogrammed handkerchief.
Oh,
yeah.
That's still on the owl.
Desperate times. And then she removes her cloak and tosses that over to her servant, and says, "Here, carry this for me." And kind of smooth through her hair a little bit. So she's passable for some important Imperial person.
Vance studies her very suspiciously.
Well, do they know who she is?
No. Well, who does?
Nobody knows who she is
Except me.
except for you, Naomi, right?
Okay.
And right now she's kind of revealing to
Yeah.
Kale and Cyrus who she is.
Okay. Well, that she's noble in some way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Vance
Okay.
just thinks that she's shifty, not necessarily seen through the disguise of a noble person. Just
Yeah.
Okay.
thought
She's
at
just,
least she can play a noble woman very well.
Yeah, she is a very good actor
Okay.
apparently. Because
Okay, well-
she plays the part very well. So
Okay.
she says
I'm
lead,
gonna
lead the way.
I'm gonna find a I want to find one of these engineers that has like a clipboard or something that looks like they're and say, engineer, the lady would like a tour of the majestic steam room here. Would you provide, please? And I'm quite polite.
Kale's jaw kind of drops at the sight of Naomi being polite to someone.
Yeah, right. Let's see if the yeah, I think this is pretty risky.
Yeah.
So, Naomi, give me a difficulty 3, obstacle 3 thing. How are you gonna trick these guys?
Oh goodness. I have. I have liar.
Yeah, using your keen trait.
Yeah, keen is the only one that really works well. Coiled is a strange phrase.
As in, like, ready to strike.
Yeah, but I guess so.
Okay, so you get one die for free.
Yeah.
Insightful kind of
Another
makes
for
sense.
keen. Yeah,
Yep.
insightful. You know what they're looking
Insightful.
for.
Yeah.
And what the signs of authority are. Sure.
And we use liars
And,
already.
And liars, cool.
Yeah.
And Vance, that the captain can help by teaching Naomi some Imperial Navy jargon, so that in speaking to other soldiers or engineers,
Oh, that's great.
she can sound
Yeah.
more like soldier.
So under his breath, the captain goes, "Hua."
Yeah.
Before you move up to them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
That's good. Okay.
Okay. So that's 5.
5's not too bad. And I need how many?
3
what-
successes.
3 successes.
So don't forget you can add dice from your pool if you want.
Yeah, I think I'm going to add 2, so I'm down to 2 in my pool.
Okay. So you're rolling
All right.
7 then.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Whew. All right. Looks good.
Got it. All right.
Wait, have you been adding to your pool every time you hit a key?
I've been adding XP.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can actually whenever you hit your key, you can get either the XP or add a die to your pool.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And also every time you fail on a roll, you also add a die to your pool.
Okay.
I have not done that, so I have at least one more there. Okay.
Okay. All right. Remind me about refreshings as well. We'll do that real quick. But so this engineer, quickly calls up and says, "Hey, up! We need a tour down here, quickly!" And calls up to his boss on the upper level, and the boss kind of goes to the stairs and comes down and says, "Oh, yes. Well, nobody told me there was going to be a tour, or I would have been more prepared. My apologies. Well, let's see here. We have of course, well, I suppose the place to start is the furnaces. Are you familiar with our combustion furnaces?" And he just, goes on and carries around the thing. So
Talks like an engineer.
yes, yeah. And at what point do you enact your plan?
We start right away. As soon as all the engineers congregate in one spot and move in a tour line or something.
Okay.
Both
So
Kale
wow,
and
just
the
as
captain.
soon as they kind of look over and say, "Oh, a tour is going on," you bust it
Yeah,
out.
we're on it. We're totally doing our plan to sabotage one of the exhaust vents.
We're gonna
Right.
loosen screws instead of breaking things. Just make them easy to break down. While
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
they have to
Cool.
speed up.
we'll like shut up a few valves and then just remove the turn wheel entirely, so that they can't open them up again.
That's nice. I could rip off a couple of um, the valve wheels, pop a couple of those things off. Turn them really high or really low, and
Perfect.
just
And even the gauges, you can just.
yeah.
Naomi does not go with Lady Blackbird.
I'm at yeah. She's in the front. You're the servant, so you're behind her, and then us common soldiers are following behind. So, we're at the back.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah, you
thought
can
we were
do.
breaking up to group so that you are upstairs
Oh,
with the
we
tour.
might
And
we
then,
might. Well,
Yeah,
we
you
might,
can.
at one point, but
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't actually need to because Lady Blackbird will take care of the lights, and then you guys can just do. She can do that from anywhere, basically. So
mhm.
you can do
but
whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
it's
All right.
no longer like a sudden kind of a sabotage. It's gonna be slow
Mhm.
as the tour was going on.
Oh, okay.
It will be
Okay.
quieter because we're
Oh,
not
an
breaking
important
things. We're just losing screws and stuff.
yeah.
Mhm.
A very important thing though is I'm going to find like one of the circuits that connects to the alarms and just cut it so that the alarm system doesn't register that the ship's malfunctioning.
Oh, okay. All right. That is going to be definitely going to be trickier. So so let's see. I'll say that's actually pretty challenging. I'm going to say it's obstacle 4 for that. Um,
And I'm
to
working
do
off
that
of
without setting it off.
I'm working that off of mechanic, uh,
Okay.
sabotage. Uh, does engines apply, or an engine alarm, or do you think that's too much of a stretch?
Um. Yeah. Well, I'll give it to you.
And the captain will help with Imperial warship knowledge. He's
Okay.
under ex-Imperial.
You're gonna be like, no, that's the alarm. Cut the black wire.
Yes.
Clamp the black steam valve.
Right. Okay. So that's 5 dice so far, I think.
Yeah.
Anything else?
And I'm gonna help just by the sheer strength and what I can do. Someone tells me to squeeze that or pinch that or pull that, I can do that. So that's an extra die for you.
Okay.
An extra pair of hands, so I'm at 6.
Mhm.
Yep. 6.
And I'll spend like 4 of my pool right now.
6. Okay. So
Wrong
roll 10
direction.
dice. Okay.
I
Looking
did
for
it.
4. Got it.
5,
All right.
6, 5, 6, 4.
Great.
Good job. Good job.
Cool. Disable alarms. The engines are slowly leaking, or getting backed up, or going out of whack. Some of the exhaust, starts to build up in the pipes, and in a little while it'll all go wrong, and they won't see it coming. Perfect. So do you still
And
want to do the thing where Lady Blackbird hits the lights, or are you just gonna move on
I
sneakily?
think we're pretty safe. Does
So
it
we have
seem
to
like...
get her back. We have to get her back. She's now surrounded by.
Yeah, but she's just getting a guided tour. I'm sure the guided tour will let up once we're at the hangar bay.
How do we get a signal to her to stop playing and leave?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can easily, especially as her supposed servant, you can just come up and say, "Oh, we really must be going now," or whatever. It's time for the captain's dinner, or something like that. and she can
Yeah, that's
pull it
good.
off. Yeah.
So Captain
So-
Vance is in servant clothing? What? I thought we were still playing the.
You're in ruffian clothing, which is good enough. You're definitely not noble.
Alright.
So
Still up. The beat up makeup.
yes. Perfect. Yeah, so she will say, "Oh yes, thank you, Mr. Head Engineer. I forget your name, but no matter. Uh, wonderful engine, quite marvelous indeed, and we must be going. Thank you."
Does she
And,
stifle a yawn as she says this?
yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's really good.
Must be retiring now, and so you
Vance?
guys are able to exit. Yeah.
Never mind. Nothing. It's not the right
Okay.
place. I will have to wait
Um,
until later.
Okay, let's take a quick break here for like a few minutes, 5 minutes, and then we'll come back to it and we'll kind of do the last act.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, sound good? Cool.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep. So what do you guys think so far? How's it going?
I think it's good.
Yep, it's going okay.
Yeah, it's always harder when you're on the spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just look to your keys and your secrets. And feel free, if you can't think of something to do, feel free to, ask for suggestions or talk to your other players. It's all good.
Or just try to make it sound interesting to get XP, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can always, try to hit those
Well,
keys.
we can't do I say something witty.
Only if you're
Yeah.
Snargle.
Yeah.
Only
That's
if you're
obviously the
Snargle.
best one to take.
Snargle has a key for that, I think.
Yeah.
The
I
key
don't
of
know, though.
banter.
Yeah, I think if you're playing Snargle, I'd want you to actually say something, though.
That's the
The other
toughest
group,
character there is.
Yeah.
the other group used Technobabble as their way of getting XP for that one.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
I'll be right back just a sec.
Okay, no worries. I really love the, well, I like the design of this game in general, but you should definitely check out the PDF and check out this art. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I gotta open.
Really like that, the wild blue illustration.
Yeah.
It's cool. There's actually an expansion to this game.
The companion sounded like it was by someone else.
Yeah, the companion. It's not by John Harper, but it adds just a ton more character options and different locations and all kinds of stuff for good. But anyway, okay, so a couple things. When you get 5 XP, you can at any time you want you can spend that XP to get an advance, and an advance can add a new trait. Um, like based on something that you learned during play or on some past experience that has come to light. Or you can add a tag to an existing trait, including the ones that are in parentheses there. And you could also get a new key or learn a secret. And in the back, the bottom of the PDF, there's examples of different tags and secrets and stuff, I think, somewhere. Maybe not. Oh yeah, new traits and tags and new keys and secrets. It's on page.
I have lost track of my experience. I only have 2 recorded.
Okay. Well, I think you're probably at 4 or something like that.
Darn.
I'm at 4 right now.
You did Commander. Let's see.
At least twice, I think. Yeah.
Your key when you outcast status causes trouble. That hasn't happened yet. Oh, maybe only. Let's see. I think you have 3 actually, because you did key the Commander once when it got you into danger, and then another time just regular style. All right, so anyway, the cool thing about that is you can do it anytime. So even in the middle of combat, even if you're just like
Just
you're
put in
about to
and
roll, and oh, I
give
need
an opinion.
another tag for this thing, and I'll just get that now, right? Okay, and then the other thing is, how do you get your dice pool back? You do that by having a refreshment scene with another character. And this is also how you remove conditions or like regain the use of a secret if that happens. So a refreshment scene is a good time to ask questions in character so the other player can show off aspects of his or her PC. So basically, a refreshment scene can happen anytime if you say just, hey, I want to do a quick refreshment scene with this character, and that can be like, it could be when you have some downtime and you're just like chatting it up. It could be as you're frantically running down the hallway trying to get away from some Marines. Um, and you just have, basically like a little character development scene somehow where you exchange a few words or a question or something.
Mm.
So feel free to do that whenever you want. You can call for it.
But we're on the run right now. We can't really.
Well, you can
Oh,
even
sure we
so,
could.
even so, you can like duck into a closet real quick or whatever. Like even as you're literally, the Marines are on your heels and you're running down the hallway, you can still have a little banter back and forth. You can still learn something new about somebody, right?
Hmm.
So that's basically what that's about. Of course, the other way to add dice to your pool is either to earn more, hit your key, which lets you get an XP or a pool die, or try to do some action and fail, and then you get a pool die. So do stuff even if you're really bad at it, because you still get pool dice for it. Okay, so cool. So you guys are able to you finish sabotaging the thing, you get the heck out of there, you start heading towards the hangar bay, and just as you're on the way to the hangar bay, the fire seems to have been dealt with, but a new alert comes over the speakers throughout the ship, and it is saying that the several prisoners have escaped. Be on the lookout. And it gives a description of the several shifty-looking types, and what you're wearing, and some of them might be dressed as guards, and um, armed and heavily armed and very dangerous, and a very, very interesting thing at the very end of the message is that the the women prisoners are not to be harmed. Um, so
That guy's a creep.
so the jig is up basically, and
Hmm.
as you're about halfway to the hangar bay, running through these hallways and and going upstairs, and when a you see up ahead a group of these Imperial Marines with this time armed with not just batons, but armed with swords and with pistols. Are you can sort of hear them coming down the hallway, and they're like shouting to one of them is shouting commands, and they're about to come upon you. So what do you do?
Captain Vance recognized them as part of his old brigade.
Let's see. There's a possibility, yeah, that some of them would recognize you. You probably don't recognize them because, there's
They're
100 different soldiers on the ship, but it's not very high chances. But yeah, absolutely, you were well known enough. You're notorious enough that some of them could recognize you.
I was hoping that they are in my like squadron or brigade as
Some of
part
them
of
could have been.
his closest,
That can be a
groups.
roll, can it?
Sure. Tell you what, yeah, maybe you've got a connection with one of these guys. I'll say It's difficulty 3 test.
So connections.
Yeah, so you get one
Soldiers.
die for free, one for being an ex-imperial soldier, and then definitely soldiers and connections.
And rank. Because I was the commanding officer of these men.
Oh, okay,
So that's 3.
makes sense.
Oh.
So that's 5 dice total.
Oh,
Because you get one. Remember, you get one for free, and then one just for the trait itself.
okay.
And then for each thing under the trait, you also get a die.
I'm going to help by saying, what should we do, Captain? Like showing deferring to authority.
Okay.
Maybe remind them a little bit of who this is.
Yeah. Help them recognize. Okay, 6 dice. Do you want to add anything else?
What tactics make sense if I'm thinking about slowing these men down by
Tactics doesn't really
Flying a
make sense to
commander.
me in this one, because this is just seeing like if you know these people, right?
That's
Maybe
true.
if you're actually gonna start attacking them, then
No.
tactics could work.
Oh yeah, and that's my 5th experience, because that
I
was
will
my
use-
key of fraternity for...
Oh yeah, definitely. Nice job.
So the difficulty level was 3 or 4?
That's 3.
Okay.
So do you wanna?
I have
you wanna add
one dice in the dice pool left. So 6 die.
So you got 3 of them, right? Yeah. Okay. So as they come around and they kind of stop short, and immediately they draw their pistols. And what do you say to them?
Stop. I know my former command still means something to you all.
Oh, and they kind of look at each other like, wait, what's he talking about? And one of them says, Captain Vance?
Oscar? Is that you?
Why? What are you doing here?
It's a long story. Right now, we gotta get out of here. And let me tell you, it's not me that you should be after.
What do you mean? We were told you're one of the escaping prisoners. We have to recapture you.
No, we got beat up by those fugitives. Look at me.
Oh, what? Which way did they go?
I limp and I hold my shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally playing along as well. I closed one of my eyes, so it looks like it's swollen or whatever. Probably
There are
is a little
assassins
swollen.
on this ship. I think I just saw the quartermaster getting knocked out by one of those assassins.
What? But well, what are you doing here though? Weren't you, Captain? Weren't you exiled?
I was invited back to investigate this matter. But I gotta get off because the assassins are after me.
Oh man. All right. Well, for sure the Marines.
Cover.
Yeah, the Marines fall to arguing, and Oscar definitely speaks up and says, wait, all right, Sergeant, if he speaks the truth, I mean the assassin could be anywhere. We've got to, and the sergeant says, no, we must arrest them now, and so you've caused some delay, but it looks like the sergeant is not just gonna run and leave you alone.
Can like a couple of us just kind of like sneak away, and can
Yes,
we
that's
break up the party at this point? And
Vance is going to
Um,
be very animated and just wave arm and try to gather the men to a side of the hallway so that the rest of the team can sneak by and rush to the hangar. I'm going
okay.
to stay behind and try to just make up stuff.
Okay.
Use deception.
Well, with
Hmm.
such a large group of them, though, it's going to be quite difficult.
I will pull my rank anytime I get, just reminding them
Yeah.
what a great commander I was and
Yes.
how well they were treated when they were under my command.
Yeah. You used
Not
to be a
like
captain. All right.
you're not getting paid, right? Remember how well you were paid under my command? I pulled out
okay.
of my own pocket to pay all of your child supports.
Oh man, it's true.
You
All right.
owe me.
It's still going to be pretty. It's going to be obstacle 4, I think,
Okay.
for anybody to sneak past. Although you're definitely helping.
But is that me or is that them?
No, somebody else will have to roll for sneaky.
I have under ex-slave, I have sneak, hide, endurance, tough, run. I have a couple of them that I can probably do.
Okay, cool. So you get one for free, one for ex-slave,
Ex-slave, sneak,
sneak, run,
hide.
hide probably works. Yeah, 5.
Yeah. Um,
Okay. Do you want to?
maybe those 5. Maybe those 5 points.
Yeah, seems good. Okay. Do you want to add any from your pool?
Yep. Now I have 2 left, so they're gone.
Oh, 7. Oh, plus you have one from the help of Vance. So total of
Right.
8
So
points.
that's 8 right there, and I need 4.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's roll it. Bam.
Oh, only 3 successes.
Roll again. I use the secret of leadership.
Well, I would have to
Oh.
do that, right?
Okay. Well, no, actually, Vance has his own secret, which says give someone else a chance to re-roll a failed roll by giving them orders, advice, or setting a good example.
Oh, awesome.
So just by being a really good distraction.
Yeah, basically. I'll allow it.
All right, let's try it again. How many was that? 8?
Yep.
Oh, hold on. I gotta clear them and do it again.
It's okay.
There we go. 1, 2. Damn.
Not quite there.
Damn.
Okay. So I'll say you can definitely get past them and start running for the hangar.
Mhm.
KO,
But-
lights. Lights off.
Lights off. I'm gonna give you the condition hunted
Okay.
because now they know that you're definitely who they were looking for.
So all
That's good.
3.
All of us get the condition hunted.
Just anybody who's running right now.
Oh,
So Naomi and Kale, are you taking off after her?
sure.
Well, I'm the one that is running.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to join in running away.
Okay, that's fine. Uh,
I mean, tactically maneuvering, not running
well,
away.
right. So you can just do that for free because you can get past them with Naomi. The role was to see if you could do it secretly, right? But now they know that you're running, so
Vance will block the passage. just stand there and let them run to the hangar.
Oh, okay. So Lady Blackbird is running as well. Are you gonna
Yeah.
stand there, Kale, as ordered?
No. I didn't order Kale to stay.
Oh, who are you saying?
So I'm blocking the way of the Imperial
Oh,
soldiers so
you're
that they
staying.
can't chase after them without getting past me.
Okay.
So that I give them time to run to the hangar.
So
As I run, I shout back to Vance, "Thank you for your brave sacrifice, sir."
all right.
And Vance just grins
Okay.
because that's not the end of. Well, we'll see.
Nice. All right. So
I
the
have to,
sergeant.
he has to tell him, Kale, if there's a chance to refill the ship as soon as he get there, because the ship is filled.
Yeah. It needs fuel. So,
Can that be a key of the commander, or no?
sure.
That's
Yeah.
too many actions.
You shout down the hallway to have him refuel, and at the same time, the sergeant is Sergeant Knowles, as you've learned, is trying to shout over you and is saying, after them, and you kind of step in their way, and he says, uh, Private, arrest this man, and he kind of grabs for you and tries to restrain you. So you delay him considerably, but now you're definitely within his grasp, and he's got several men chasing the others down the hallway. And he, at the same time, as he's trying to grab you and stuff, he grabs for his whistle and sticks it in his mouth and calls for the other Marines and other guards to come to this location.
Okay.
Which location? To the hangar or to
you.
this group?
Right?
Towards him, just towards him. They
Okay.
towards the whistle. So so what are you doing, Naomi and Kale? You're running with Lady Blackbird down the
Yes,
hallways.
I want to.
There's several hallways. You're not sure exactly where the hangar is located, but you
Right.
know it's this direction and you're pretty close.
Well,
Is this
Vance
for a
will-
refreshment scene?
I actually want a refreshment scene.
Okay.
There's no time.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
this is the perfect time for a refreshment scene.
Yeah, we're running down some hallways.
Okay.
I'm hoping there are some signs or something because, it's going to look like an airport, with different signs in different directions or something. So I'm hoping we can just see some signs and make our way there.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna now. Kale, do you want a refreshment scene as well? So should we, banter back and forth a little bit until we, for it to qualify?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So how do you find the time to ask each other questions and learn something about each other?
I figure it should be one of those things like we're just bantering back and forth while running down these hallways and dodging guards and stuff.
Okay.
Right. So have you ever been chased by Imperial soldiers on an Imperial warship before?
That depends on what you mean by chased. The answer either way is yes. But I've never been chased in the company of any kind of nobility. I look over to the Lady Blackbird. How long have you known her?
So that means you just figured it out?
Yeah.
Okay. I curse. I'm like, damn it, but that's okay. You would have figured it out eventually. And then it's like, oh, dodge, and we have to like go down this hallway or something to get out of the way. And,
Yeah.
and then I'll say, I've been a bodyguard for 8 years ever since she. And I kind of, glare at you and I say, when she got me out of my former life, I don't want to divulge too much.
Okay, so you're being coy about whatever your former life
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I don't want I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, she says I don't want to talk about that though.
Fine,
So
that's fine.
Lady Blackbird is trying to keep up with you guys. As she's running behind you, she says, "Please, now is not the time."
But these questions have been like bothering me this entire time. Normally I don't mind when people are secretive, but it really bothers me when like I've got to deal with secret nobles being hunted by the Imperials.
Okay, so actually I'm going to look at you and say she matters more. She's more important than the two of us put together. We should wait for her.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You
just
you can disagree with that, but
I'm going to be like fine and slow down a little bit.
Okay.
hmm
So you both kind of slow down for her to catch up, and she's just 2 seconds later, she just sprints past you guys and says, "They're shooting! Don't stop!" And sure enough, a couple of shots ring out behind you. As they're shooting down the hallway. Um, despite the
Okay, so
orders that
I
that
I
she's not
actually
to
have
be harmed.
another question so we can keep going. And I say, Hale, how good of a shot are you?
I don't do guns. I don't shoot people at all.
Um, right, you didn't grab a gun, did you?
No, I only grabbed a saber.
Okay. I'm gonna look at you and kind of do like a squinty kind of grr look, um, and pull a gun out and fire back,
Okay,
just
cool.
just to make me feel better.
All right. I
Don't
think that's
hit
And
awesome.
keep
Lady
running.
Blackbird.
Awesome refreshment scene right there, and we can call it there. So you both get back to
7.
back to
7.
seven dice. Yep.
Yep.
You can also remove a condition or regain use of a secret, although you didn't really do anything to treat your condition. Um, so yeah. So do you actually want to like shoot back and give yourself more time? Okay, we'll come back to that. Meanwhile, um, uh, Cyrus Vance, you are uh, you are grabbed by these Marines. Oscar, he can't really do anything. He's been ordered to arrest you, but uh, when he handcuffs you, he makes it look like he's handcuffing you, but he keeps it really loose. Um, and you are basically being dragged to the. Actually, you at first you think, oh, they'll take you back to the brig, but in fact you're being dragged in the opposite direction. You're being dragged upstairs towards the front of the ship, towards the bridge area. Um, so, what are you doing?
I let them. I need a
Okay.
place to where I can see where my teammates have reached. So I want to make sure they are on the ship before I do anything.
Okay. All right. Well, you figure they'll get there eventually. So
That is if the story allows.
yeah, yeah,
I'm not sure.
that's perfect. Cool. Um, so you're being you're dragged up to effectively to the bridge, and Captain Hollis, uh, you're brought before Captain Hollis, who is in charge. He's in command of the Hand of Sorrow, and he has got a very fancy Imperial uniform. You can tell, he's quite high ranked. You've actually you have heard his name before. You're kind of familiar with his career, and he's a well-known pirate, hunter, and smuggler. He runs down smugglers and etc. quite frequently. And so you're brought up on the bridge where he's commanding the ship and giving orders here and there. And he says, "Aha! So you said you were just a courier, but I'm glad I finally have a chance to meet the infamous Cyrus Vance. Welcome, Captain. Welcome. I'm not sure how you escaped from my brig, but I assure you you'll be kept under heavy guard from now on." Uh, yes. Let's see. It says here the wireless revealed that your plates, your identification on the owl, were fake, obviously, and I was able to deduce your identities. Uh, so, please, what have you to say for yourself?
You got a nice ship here. And tries to walk
Yes.
toward the window or a high viewpoint where I can see below toward the
So
hangar.
at first,
I need a place where I can see where the owl might be and if people are running around.
yeah.
Who's running toward.
Cool. So at first, the sergeant
I say a bunch
got
of
you by the arm.
niceties. Yeah.
Nice. So at first the sergeant, like pulls you back to prevent you, but Captain Hollis, he does a gesture and allows you to walk over to the window, and you can see, out the window, you can sort of look backwards along the ship to where the large hangar bay is, and you can see that the hangar door is still closed at the moment. Okay, so let's cut back to the rest of the team. You guys eventually make it under fire. You make it to the door leading into the hangar bay, and you're able to you can bust in there. And what do? How are you going to approach it? You're still being pretty hotly pursued by these Imperial Marines. Although there's less of them. There's only there's about 4 behind you.
So we're actually in the hangar now?
Yeah. And when you open the door, you can see that it's one of these very large rooms with several different kind of interceptor steamships ready to be launched, and you can see among them is the Owl, which and it's got right away. Kale, you can tell that it's got these docking clamps securing its landing gear to the dock, to the floor, and various other ships are being refueled or being worked on by a few maintenance personnel. But there's actually not a lot of people here. It's just a few people, here and there among the ships. And actually, from this vantage point, you're kind of up on a balcony, sort of one level up from the ground floor, and from this vantage point, you can see a camouflaged goblin, sort of sitting at. You can actually see through the the cockpit, see through the view screen of the Owl, and it looks like Snargle's in there.
Doesn't even bother undoing the docking plans.
Well,
you were saying, Naomi?
What was that?
You were saying, Naomi?
Yes. The first thing I want to do is lock the door and somehow bar it.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So there's something there. What do you find up here on this kind of on this balcony like catwalk thing to bar the door? How are you gonna do that?
Um,
Or with your like super strength, I'm sure you could just like
I'm actually
bend it or
thinking,
something.
let's see, steampunk door. Steampunk is going to have like it's going to be like a weighted door, with a pulley and weight. So I'm just going to take the weights on the side of the door and just yank them off. So the door is too heavy to move.
Okay. Cool. Easily done, especially
Easily
with your
done.
secret of destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Ink. All right. And then what? So the owl needs fuel.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like typical procedure when taking prisoners is you remove all the fuel and if possible you remove their ammo and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
So you need to undo the docking clamps. You need to fuel up,
Yeah.
and then you need to
Fill up.
open the hangar
Open the
door.
hangar door. Well, I think we should probably ask Snargle to do at least one of those things. If we need the brute strength to open up the door, that's obvious that should be me probably. What do you think, Kale?
I just nod my head in agreement, and then I shout, "Snargle! Fuel!"
Okay.
Not too subtle,
Okay.
but that's fine. We're past
Right on.
subtlety right now.
So Snargle, kind of wakes up and looks around and realizes what's going on, and so he immediately, goes through the back of the ship and comes out the what do you call it? Like the ramp, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and starts running off. And meanwhile, all the few mechanics down here are, they all look up towards you and like, uh, sort of start scrambling around, or one of them starts running for the alarm system, or
Mm-hmm.
they heard about these escaped prisoners. Um, so they kind of jump into action, but none of them seem to really want to approach you because they heard you were armed and dangerous. And at the same time, the the Imperial Marines from behind the door start banging on this door and jiggling it and trying to bust it down, trying to get in.
Well, I'm going to race down to the end of I'm assuming it's some kind of a floating catwalk or something, or some kind of thing to get to, the end of it, and I'm just going to leap off the end of it, and jump down onto the main floor and run toward the hangar doors.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, you leap down. You can get up there. They're just gigantic. They're big enough for several of these fighters to fly through at once. So
Mm-hmm.
you can just all launch. Yeah. So what are you gonna do to them?
Well, let's see if it's steampunk, because I have to step out of like Star Wars or something.
Yeah. You can
Yeah.
get to the the controls for the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically a big old chain they have to pull to kind of roll it up.
Right.
There's like
Oh,
its
okay.
gears and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, and this chain goes, way up towards the ceiling, and wraps around several pulleys and gears and stuff.
Okay. I'm just gonna use the brute strength and just start pulling it.
Okay, start pulling
Or
it.
if there's a winch or something, however, and just start doing it as fast as I can.
Okay, so the doors, these huge doors, slowly start rising up, And as they open up, you can feel the just a slight breeze from the atmosphere outside. You know, it's just the wild blue is out there. So, what are you doing? Actually, we'll cut back to Cirrus Vance, and as you know, the captain is gloating and basically telling you how you're going to be executed once you're returned back to Elysium. You finally see out the window. You can see the hangar door slowly opening up. So you
The
know,
hangar door to lock the owl in. Is that what you mean?
yeah. So the hangar where the owl is parked, kind of down at in the middle of the ship. You can look out the window towards the middle of the ship, and you can see that this door is slowly opening. So uh, probably within a few minutes, if everything goes according to plan, then the owl should be free. But you're
Can
stuck
I,
up here in the bridge with this Captain Hollis going on.
can I assume the ship is refilled, or there's no way I can know that?
Well, you don't know yet. Presumably, they're working on it.
And I have to wait until the ship moves. If not, I cannot know. Well,
Well, it's a
he's
reasonable
going.
assumption that it's about to start moving. They're on the case.
He's going to uh, bring up the past, Hollis' father's past as a smuggler,
Oh,
Ooh, that's
slow
nice.
burn.
and just to, rub it in that he's not so clean himself,
Hmm.
that he has a chip on his shoulder, trying to prove himself, overboard with this um, matter, that he's just taking it all out on me.
Okay.
And also
Uh,
suggest that, this nice ship you got would be, wouldn't want anything to happen to it. Now will we?
so
That sounds like a threat.
yeah, you feel like you're definitely getting to him, talking about his father, but nevertheless he remains confident, and he says, "Haha, that's the most preposterous thing I've ever heard."
So the
In fact,
conversation will go around that subject just to buy time. And I
okay,
keep looking at the owl. As soon as it shows signs of moving,
yep,
I will make my move. I will
okay,
try
cool.
anyway.
All right, so Kale,
Yeah.
what are you up to then? Apparently your job is to get the docking clamps released.
Yeah, so I'm going to find the nearest ladder down from the catwalks and just slide down the ladder. Since I can't possibly survive a jump like Naomi can.
Yep. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, and I chant my shattering spell again and smash the docking clamps.
Oh, nice. Shatter spell.
Hmm.
Okay, these are significantly more tough than a mere skull. So have to go ahead and roll that for me.
Yeah.
And that'll be difficulty. That's your obstacle. Let's see. We'll call it obstacle 3, I think. So difficult, but not too crazy.
So
Yeah,
I'm
so you get
using heavy
1 die for free.
magic with the shatter spell, which is 3 dice right now.
3 dice.
I'm going to spend my advance that I got earlier to grab spellcaster. So that's fourth die.
All right.
And I'm going to spend like 4 of my pool right now.
Okay. So you're at 8 dice, I think.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I think I can make it then.
I'll add. Oh,
Oh, doesn't matter. I made it.
oh, you did it. Nice job.
Cool. Good to go. So you're able to shatter the docking clamps. Snargle brings over from one of the other smaller ships. He brings over like a fuel line that's draped from these catwalks. Brings it over and kind of hops up on the thing. He's like, I was wondering when you guys were going to get here.
You were sleeping
About
on the
time.
job, Snargle.
What job?
You know, you're the pilot. You could have helped us escape at some point.
No, I don't know. I figured you're the burglar. You're supposed to be good at getting into places, getting out of places. Look, I just fly the thing. I was ready to go.
Without the crew or the mechanic or the captain, you abandoned our captain.
Or fuel.
Or fuel.
Okay, I'm gonna shout back at you and say, "Hurry the hell up! Stop arguing."
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah,
But I
I'm
didn't lose
yelling
this
at you to
argument
go and
yet.
turn it on.
Yep.
Shut up, and turn it on.
Oh, right. So he'll run up the ramp and get these engine going. So he starts up the tri-valve reciprocal steam drive, and kicks to life, and the twin coil induction thrusters start spin up and start blasting air back, and he kind of gets it angled. So Kayla, you're gonna hop on board,
Yeah,
and
but I'm going
Naomi.
to stay on the ramp in case I need to pick anyone up.
Okay,
Like
cool.
Naomi.
Naomi, you get the door open wide enough,
Mm-hmm.
and at that point the Marines, several Marines bust in from the entrance that you blockaded.
Mhm.
Several more come in from the sides, as if in a coordinated attack. All the mechanics and stuff on the ground floor just either hit the deck or go running and hide behind ships and stuff. You're getting out of the
Mhm.
way, and the Marines just start unloading and firing their rifles down. And several more Marines either jump down from the catwalks or hit the stairs, and they're coming out with swords drawn at you guys.
Okay.
So
Well, I'm running at an angle to intercept the door, and I'm ready to fight my way there if I have to.
okay, cool. Well, the main thing is that you're being shot at by these
Okay.
rifles.
And I'm injured and hunted.
You are injured and hunted. Well, this is all
Yeah.
a consequence of being hunted, basically.
Yeah.
So
Wait, what did they don't get cleared from the refresh?
No.
Oh, just
they
to refresh our pool
yeah,
instead.
you can remove consequences during a refreshment scene, but they didn't show how they were like treating their injuries or anything.
Okay.
So yeah, same with hunted. You'd have to show how you're like throwing off the pursuit or something like that. Okay, so cool. So how are you avoiding getting shot, especially with your slow-moving injured self?
I am. I mean, there's no other option besides just weaving a little bit in and out, and if there are Marines coming after me, that's certainly good enough cover if I behind them and get there and use one of them as a human shield a couple of times if I need to, and
Well, nice.
Just try to get myself as close to the owl moving forward, and I'm hoping I can intercept at the right spot and jump aboard.
And I've got like I'm hanging off of the gangway of the owl with my arm outreached to pull Naomi aboard.
Okay.
Cool.
That can be like a
So
helping
the ship
guy.
is definitely moving.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's the ship starts moving towards the hangar bay, towards the open door, and Lady Blackbird also appears. She's hanging on to the ship, but she's right behind you, Arkham, and she's like shouting out to Naomi, like, "Come on, get on here!" And it's all very dramatic. So I'm gonna say difficulty 3 to avoid getting dead.
Can I, Vance, try to help?
Yeah. Let me.
Not
See-
with a dice pool since I'm out,
Okay.
Yeah.
by doing an action before
Sure.
your action.
Sure. So let's cut back to the bridge real quick.
So
Okay.
I'm seeing the owl moving toward the open hangar door, right?
Yep.
And Naomi is trailing behind, with all the Marines trailing behind her. Is that what's happening?
Yeah. Exactly.
So Vance will teleport.
Whoa. Okay, cool.
Oh, come on! You got to have a goodbye,
Once per
salute
session,
or
don't hurt
something to
yourself
the
or
captain that's
someone
there.
touching. Awesome. Yeah.
Your life is
what's
more
your-
important than trying to win, like
an argument? You're
his
not gonna
fight
give him
with you.
a
I already
one-liner?
gave him. I already pissed him off with his backstory and
That's true.
and
All right.
threatening something is going to go wrong with his ship.
It's true. All right, maybe yeah. So after your threat, he thinks it's laughable. So he'll grab you himself and yank you over to his captain's chair, right? And sit you down in it. He's like, Sergeant, some rope. And he starts tying you down. He says, "Yeah. Well, you think you'll do something to my ship?" uh, Your ship, my friend, the Owl, as you call it, I'm gonna make sure it is stripped for parts and crushed for and melted down for scrap metal. Tell you what, and at that point, you teleport out. So what does that look
Awesome.
like when you teleport, by the way? E.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay,
All my creativities went out the window.
it's all right.
So like, it's just going to be like a Star Trek beam up.
Oh, cool.
Even
Also
though it's
clean.
like too sci-fi-ish.
No, that's awesome. All right, man. And where are you teleporting to? Like right onto the owl?
To try to grab onto someone on the ship and then hold out a hand outside the ship. So it's the cargo bay. So kind of extending a hand
Right,
out
right.
the ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So
Okay.
you teleport like right next to me and grab onto my arm and then extend your arm to Naomi.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. Now I got to roll.
Right. So you get one for free.
I already contributed one helping die.
Yep, one for helping.
There's no
Okay.
way for a refreshment scene, right?
No, it's kind of
Oh,
right in the middle of the
Yeah.
action.
I'm good with. I got a lot of dice in my pool, so I think I'm gonna hit
Okay.
X-Slave again. So X-Slave.
Okay.
Run, tough, endure.
Okay, makes sense.
That's 6.
Yep, 6 so
Um,
far.
and I need a 3 or a 4. Was that, Aaron?
Just a 3 this
A
time.
3. Um, I've had such bad luck that I'm actually going to spend 3 of my pool.
Okay. So up to 9 now.
Yeah, let's do 9.
Pretty good.
Yeah, don't hold back because this is a one shot.
Okay. Yeah.
There is no more after this.
Yeah. 5 successes. That's more like it.
Beautiful. All right. So how does it play out?
Um, so I
After
see
that,
that
it's just
there's
inside
I see that the captain is there, and I don't even question how he got there because it doesn't matter. And I'm going to someone's coming at me. I'm going to grab them by the neck, punch them dead in the stomach. They go down, and I'm going to step on their back and leap from their back.
Sweet. All right. And meanwhile, bullets are pinging off the floor and off the owl,
Mm-hmm.
and you leap for it and grab on, and underneath you, the deck gives way to just blue sky, and you are dangling from the captain's hands, and cool. So you the owl is launched out of the hand of sorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys are able to be can be pulled
You
up.
pull me back
Um,
in, right?
Yeah.
yes.
I don't know.
And
Maybe we need a roll for that to see if we drop you into the wild yonder.
No,
oh man.
I'll try to get Snargle to maneuver in a way to help you get back in.
Oh
That's
yeah,
nice.
there you
Yeah,
go. Cool.
very good.
Yeah,
And Lance will make all kinds of, inciting or instigating comments to make Naomi work harder to hang on
yeah.
and get it back in.
Snargle says, "Well, I've been on this ship the whole time. Why couldn't she get on the ship?" All right.
Snargle.
All right. And he does a little loop or something to get you inside. And awesome. So cool. So
Very good.
thus ends Act 1, I guess.
Mhm.
We can call it here, or we could continue, maybe do one more encounter or something if you want. But
I feel
I
like
don't know.
this is a satisfying place to call it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah, cool. Thanks for playing. I sometimes like you can run this as a one shot thing and do like the whole storyline, right? And just the escaping the ship is just like the very first couple of scenes, and then you go from there. But I like to do it a little more detailed, I guess. I don't know. I get bogged down in like just the awesome situations at the moment.
Mhm.
Um, but this can also be continued in a short campaign and over a few sessions.
Yeah, you can have a
Um,
13 session game.
yeah, if you really want to. Um, and I suppose especially with the Lady Blackbird companion, which is kind of the expansion. It's got a whole bunch of more ideas, locations and characters and inspiration for it. So cool, man.
But the story
Yeah.
allows you to make up stuff on the fly anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right, cool.
It was good.
Thank you
We'll
very
wrap it
It
up
was
much.
here.
good. Thanks for running it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you guys want to stick around, we can discuss a little more. I'd appreciate that. But this has been Indie Plus's Games in the Bar for Game Night, August 2014. You should definitely check out Indie Plus's other events. We do Games in the Bar every month. and they do all kinds of different discussion panels. Like this month's was how to build an RPG community, and they do different exhibition games and everything. So check it out. You can go to indieplus.org or just um, Google Indie Plus to find all that good stuff. So thanks for playing, Danielle, Velis, E, and I'm Aaron. See you next time, hopefully.